Hello students, in the last lecture we have learned factors affecting solubilities. First factor and second factor. Today we are going to learn third factor of solubility, Henry's law and Raoult's law. First point of effect of pressure on solubility. Pressure has no effect on the solubilities of solids and liquids as they are incompressible. For example, if we have brought Pepsi, Coca-Cola bottles and when we open the cap of bottle, then we can see that the liquid material come out in the form of gas. The gases are released outside, means pressure as a gas was filling the bottle. So now pressure does not have more effect on solubility when we apply pressure on solid or liquid. Why? Because at many times the solid and liquid are incompressible or uncompressible. Incompressible means we cannot apply more pressure on that because we cannot compress to liquid and solid, but we can compress gas as enough as. For example, we can fill 5 to 10 liter gas in the small glass. The gas cylinder which comes at our home contains 15 liter gas, but in that cylinder we cannot add 15 liter of water. So we can pressurize gas more than solid and liquid. However, pressure greatly affects solubility of gases in liquids. So, pressure has great effect on solubility of gas in liquid if we add gas in liquid. So what effect it will have? If we increase the pressure, then the solubility of gases increases in water. If we decreases the pressure, then the solubility of gases decreases in water. Against of this, if we increase the temperature, the solubility of gas decreases in water molecule, means gas does not dissolve in water. If we decreases the temperature, solubility of gas increases in water molecule, means gas dissolve in water. So solubility of gases increase is directly proportional to increase in pressure. Next point is Henry's law. The solubility of a gas in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas or the solution. S directly proportional P. It means S is equal to KHP, where S is the solubility of the gas in mole per liter and P is the pressure of the gas in bar. Hence, relation between gas solubility in liquid and pressure is given by Henry's law. In this, gas solubility in liquid means how much amount of gas dissolve in liquid with the pressure, the relation of solubility and pressure. If we increase the pressure of gas, the solubility increases, but if we decrease the pressure of gas, the pressure decreases. This condition we call it as directly proportional. It means pressure is directly proportional to solubility of gas for the liquid. This was told by the scientist Henry. So Henry law states that solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of gas over the solution. If A is the directly proportional to B, we write it in the form of A equal to Kb. Here K is constant, but here Henry's state that S is equal to KHP. Here K stands for proportionality constant or Henry law constant. We measure pressure in bar, atmospheric pressure and Pascal, etc. Bar is unit of pressure and the solubility unit is mole per liter. Unit of KH is mole per liter per bar. All the gases of the world dissolve in liquid. Next point is exceptions to Henry's law. There are two reactions. Reaction number 1, NH3 plus H2 to formation of NH4 plus OH. Second, CO2 plus H2 to formation of H2CO3. Gases like ammonia and carbon dioxide do not obey the law. The reason is that these gases react with water. There is some specific condition. It is ammonia and carbon dioxide only dissolve in water, not in other liquid. Now, oxygen. Oxygen gas has low solubility in water. If we increase so much pressure, it does not dissolve easily. So it is exceptions. It is for only water. If we mix oxygen in blood, it will easily add in blood. Next point is vapor pressure of solutions of liquid in solution. When the two solution is placed in the closed container, we know that solution is made up solid solvent. One is water molecule of vapor and pressure of vapor is apply on liquid. Last point, Raoult's law. Statement of this law: the partial vapor pressure of any volatile components of solution is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in the solution. According to Raoult's law, P1 is equal to x1 P1 0. This is the equation number 1. P2 is equal to x2 P2 0. This is the equation number 2. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, P is equal to P1 plus P2. P is equal to P1 0 1 minus x2 plus P2 0 x2. Here x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. Raoult's law states that partial vapor pressure on any volatile component of solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in the solution. If we have a container, in that container we have solution. If we consider the mole fraction of solution is x and partial pressure as P1 and pure component as P1 0. He stated that partial pressure is equal to product of pure component and mole fraction. Means P1 equal to P1 0x. Pure solvent like water and normal solvent as any liquid. If we boil both of them, the vapor pressure from water will be released more than that liquid because water is pure solvent. Its vapor pressure is maximum. Volatile substance means which easily evaporate. For example, if we apply nail polish on nail, the liquid material gets evaporate and dry material remain on nail. Non-volatile means need more heat to evaporate. So Raoult's law means partial pressure is equal to product of pure component and mole fraction. Proof of this law means proof of Raoult's law. Suppose any binary solution. Binary solution means two substances. It is the normal solution. Binary solution of two volatile liquid A1 and A2 and P1 and P2 are their partial vapor pressure of the pure component and x1 and x2 are their mole fraction the solution. So in A1 liquid P is equal to P1 0 x1 and for A2 liquid P2 is equal to P2 0 x2. Thank you.